Got a question here from Benito. Can you please do a video on the new first home buyer choice scheme? Certainly. And again, this is not financial advice. So first thing I'm going to cover off is the home guarantee scheme. How it works is that you put down 5% and that's it, and you borrow 95%. As of the 1st of July 2022, 40,000 new places are available for the first home guarantee scheme. For the first home scheme, if you're a single person, your taxable income cannot exceed $125,000. If you're a couple, it can't exceed $200,000. And how do they work it out? Well, they look at your income tax assessment from the ATO, which is also known as your NOA for the financial year. Now again, this is only for first home buyers, so you must not have ever held property in your name before. And guys, it's not available for investors. You have to live in the property for a minimum of 6 months. The property that's eligible for this is established dwellings, house and land package, off the plan purchase as well. Now these are the price caps. For New South Wales, it's up to $900,000. Victoria, $800,000. Queensland, $700,000. I was in the middle of doing this video and I realized you're asking me the first home buyer choice scheme, which is actually this, which is the stamp duty abolishment in January 2023. Which basically a stamp duty abolishment for any properties up to $1.5 million. There's really not much to cover on that, except that on January 2023, you just opt for annual tax. So let's go back to the wrong example that I started with. Now I just covered the first home scheme, which is for single couples. Next, I'm going to cover family home scheme, which is for single parents. Before I do that, let me highlight the pros and cons of the first home scheme. Now, obviously the pro for the first home scheme is it's 95% no mortgage insurance, but the con is you need to be able to service the loan up to 95%. And if your income is not high enough, well, too bad. And also, it's very rigid. It's only 95%. You can't contribute more deposit. They only need 5%. Moving on to family home guarantee scheme. It's for single parents and all you need is 2% deposit. And for single parents, you can't be earning more than $125,000. For you guys, New South Wales, $900,000 is the cap limit. Victoria, $800 and $700 for Queensland. Again, the pro for this is you get to borrow 98% no mortgage insurance. But the con for this is you need to be able to service the loan up to 98%. And if you don't have a high enough income for that, then too bad. For example, this scheme, the maximum probably is $900,000. You can borrow up to 98%, which is $882,000. An income of $125,000 can't get a freaking loan for $882,000. And even if you earn more than this, you're not eligible for this scheme anyway. So it kind of defeats the purpose, you know what I mean? I think the best thing is if you go back to the first home scheme and you're a couple and you're earning a total of $200,000, is that 995% when you put in 5% deposit, $200K can service a debt of $855. But then what can you fucking buy for $900K? You might as well pay mortgage insurance, which is 2%, to get into a property that you actually want to live in. And so,